Minnesota, land of 10,000 lakes, ranked by Forbes magazine as number 5 among the states with the highest quality of life. But did you know that cancer is the number 1 cause of death in Minnesota, even ahead of heart disease? 1 in 4 people watching this message will develop cancer in their lifetime. With these facts in front of us, why is the Minnesota State Legislature limiting access to radiation therapy? Hello, I'm Bill Cooper for Cancer Care Today. The incidence of cancer is increasing, keeping pace with the aging population, because cancer is primarily a disease of the aging body. So, what is the impact of the moratorium that stops the development of new radiation therapy facilities in Minnesota? The moratorium limits access to convenient cancer care in integrated cancer centers, and it also protects a virtual monopoly. Minneapolis Radiation Oncology, commonly known as MRO, is a privately owned for-profit company that provides only radiation therapy and controls a vast majority of radiation therapy facilities with 12 locations. MRO continues to be the leading advocate for extending the moratorium and blocking any new facilities. Minnesota Oncology, which provides comprehensive integrated care, has been restricted by the moratorium by having just 2 radiation therapy facilities located in full-service community clinics. This moratorium, passed in 2003, has already had an impact on thousands of patients around Minnesota.
I began my cancer journey in the fall of 2009. I was diagnosed with a malignant brain tumor, specifically called a germinoma. Fortunately, research showed that my particular type of cancer was 95 to 100% curable with a variety of chemotherapy as well as radiation.
Like Ryan, thousands of Minnesotans will hear those dreaded words from their doctors. "I'm sorry, you have cancer." And like Ryan, these people will likely need radiation therapy as part of their treatment. Patients undergoing radiation therapy are subject to a variety of difficult side effects that include bone-chilling fatigue, nausea and vomiting, diarrhea, and low blood counts that can sap their energy.
Radiation therapy is one of the 3 prime modalities in treating cancer. We have surgery, radiation therapy, and medical treatments, chemotherapy, immunotherapy, etc. Radiation therapy has been around for a long time, longer than most people think, but has very substantial advances, particularly in the last 10 or 20 years, when we've learned better how to deliver radiation therapy more effectively and with less downside, with less adverse effect for the patients. So radiation therapy is a mainstay in the treatment of cancer.
And like most cancer patients in Minnesota, Ryan was forced to go from one medical clinic to a separate radiation therapy facility with a separate set of physicians. In Ryan's case, there was an integrated cancer facility being built in his community that included radiation therapy just a mile from his home. That is, until the moratorium. Opponents of integrated cancer care were successful in halting construction of the radiation facility and forced Ryan and other cancer patients to drive further while being incredibly ill.
The way you feel when you're going through cancer treatment is a lot like feeling like you've had hot garbage pumped through you. It's a combination of nausea, just overall queasiness that you get drugs for, but sometimes there's no way to make yourself feel better than just lay down and rest. You have no energy, you're tired, you just feel nauseous.
With radiation therapy, one is having usually daily treatments, Monday through Friday, for as many as 25 or 30 treatments. That's a standard course of radiation. And if your trip is doubled or tripled because you can't have a convenient facility, your job as a cancer patient is dramatically more difficult. People who haven't been through this kind of experience simply have no clue of how much more difficult that is.
Minnesota Oncology, a locally owned independent physician practice, is the largest community-based oncology practice in the state of Minnesota. Its mission is to bring state-of-the-art integrated care to local communities, where families can have convenient access to their care, all in one location close to home. The integrated care model creates a complete cancer clinic by combining radiation therapy, chemotherapy, pharmacy, and diagnostics all under one roof. Studies have shown this model saves costs by cutting down on duplication of services by multiple providers, improves patient outcomes through the use of clinical pathways, and offers a better patient experience.
An integrated model for treating cancer is clearly the way of the present, or ought to be, and the way of the future. In an integrated cancer center, all these folks are in the same place. And so if the medical oncologist sees a patient and says, I think I could use some input by a radiation therapy oncologist, he just grabs him in the hallway and talks to him about it right there. And if the radiation therapist agrees that this is a patient who could profit by being seen and have a consultation, the radiation therapist will not only give that opinion to the medical oncologist, but almost invariably will say, yes, I think we should see that patient. How about now? How about here? And patients are absolutely delighted to go to a single facility, to get all their lab work there, to see their medical oncologist, their radiation oncologist, their gynecologic oncologist, to have the same nurse shepherding them around through this entire experience and walk out the door with all of that behind them. The proof is in the pudding.
Not only are physicians interested in integrated care, patients are seeking it out. Cancer survivor Bill Rohde did his research and sought out this model of care.
Integrated care was very important to me, of having all the doctors available here, both at Maplewood Oncology. The one thing that was really important to me was the fact that I didn't have to drive, say, to the other side of town one day and the next side the other day. Everything was right here. I'd do my chemo and I'd walk 10 feet to the radiation area. That was so simple and easy, and it made my recovery much better. And it was nice just having everything right here.
While the integrated care approach is expanding in other markets, critics claim that any changes to the current system in Minnesota will only add costs to the system.
The vast majority of payments for radiation oncology come through Medicare. They set the price, we don't. And those treatments which are covered by private payers like Blue Cross, etc., are the consequence of negotiations. And I would submit that both sides of the negotiating table are very skilled at this and are keeping those prices in the range that they should. And they're not going to change because we have additional facilities. It is my conviction that the radiation therapy moratorium serves the state of Minnesota badly, serves our cancer patients badly, and is in nobody's best interest if you don't have a monopoly in the business of delivering radiation therapy.
Minnesota has long been recognized as a leader in progressive health care for its citizens. Integrated cancer care is the preferred model of care for today and the future. It's what we would want for ourselves and for our families if they should need it. The moratorium law is unnecessarily conserving an outdated model of care. In fact, Minnesota doesn't regulate any specialty care in this manner other than radiation therapy. It is time to eliminate the harmful moratorium law and create ease of access to integrated cancer care for all Minnesotans. The decision to end the moratorium is in the hands of the Minnesota legislature. It is clear. Physicians and patients agree it is time to end the moratorium. For Cancer Care Today, I'm Bill Cooper.